Hello and welcome to the first episode of Kayvan Crafted Lab series. The thing is, I always was curious to find out what is the best way to save the fizz inside carbonated drinks. So, in this video, I'm gonna compare two of the very known methods for saving the fizz against the normal way to see if they actually do any good. Let's start. To do so, I bought three identical large bottles of Coke. This experiment is done in 6 rounds. In each round, I will pour a certain amount of beverage from each bottle to the matched leather small container, and then try to measure the pressure of each small container. For pressure measurement, I attached a long pipe on the container's cap and sealed it. Then tested them to avoid air leaks during the experiment. To save some time and let the inner pressure of each container rise faster, I designed a shaking mechanism, so the pressure stabilization process happens faster. The idea was, when the inner pressure of each small container rises, it will force the beverage up through the pipe. And since it's a long pipe, probably it will stop somewhere in the middle, which represents the amount of pressure inside each container. The higher the beverage goes, the more fizz is left in the beverage. Also, at the end of each round, I waited for about 30 minutes to let the inner pressure of the bottles stabilize. Well, at least that was the plan. But here's what actually happens. First, the capillary effect on the beverage inside the pipe made the whole experiment a disaster. You should seriously consider this when you are choosing the pipe diameter for such an experiment. Second, the beverage inside the pipe itself contains gases, and it releases some significant amount, which made the situation worse. Third, inside each of these small containers, carbon dioxide bubbles were releasing non-stop, so measuring the pressure with this technique was almost impossible, especially in a couple of first rounds. Fourth, although I have tested the seals for air leaks, as you will see later, there are some signs of obvious air leaks. On the first bottle, I'm not going to do anything out of ordinary, just going to open it, pour the beverage, and then close the bottle in each round. I drilled bottle B's cap and inserted a tire valve through the hole, and I made sure it's well sealed. On the second bottle, I'm going to use the technique which actually I do believe in, which is by increasing the pressure inside the bottle. Thus, it would be harder for carbon dioxide, aka the fizz, to leave the liquid. In each round, after pouring the Coke, I tightened the cap and then filled this bottle with pressurized air using an air compressor. On the third bottle, I'm gonna use another technique, which honestly I don't get why people are doing it. And that's by squeezing the bottle to the point that there is no air left in it and then tightening the cap. Due to the negative pressure caused by this technique in the bottle, it should be worse than the first bottle. And also it is completely opposite of the second solution. At the end, I'm going to taste the beverage from each bottle to feel the fizz and rate them accordingly.
Okay, first I'm going to try the C. I give it 2 out of 10. Here's the B. Maybe 3 out of 10. And now the A. That's 1 out of 10. But I'm very surprised that the difference between, especially these two, is very little, not much.